Good afternoon and welcome to the Tomodachi Invitational. We are bringing the showcase game to you. It is Kaos out of Western Australia versus the Mavericks, who have come all the way from Japan, and we are thrilled to have them here. My name is Andrew Moroney. I'm coming to you from Melbourne in Australia, and we are joined by some commentators virtually. Eliza and Avril over in Perth. They'll be bringing you the commentary action. And a special note, this game is actually streamed bilingual, so we have a separate channel set up where we've got commentators bringing the game to you in Japanese, a fantastic innovation from the team at ULTI.TV. As I welcome Eliza and Avril. Team over in the West, how are you going?
Yeah, doing very well here in the sunny WA now. This morning it was I will. This morning it was a bit cloudy and a bit grey, but it's cleared up very nicely over here in WA. So sorry to rub it into the Melburnians over there in the nice 19 degrees weather over there.
We're at 21 degrees. 21, thank you very much now.
Well, there you go. So getting hotter, which is nice.
Cool. The teams have tossed. It will be Kaos pulling right of screen to Tokyo, to the Mavericks team. I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you very much. So we had Nikki Ma there from Kaos pulling the disc. And straight away, the Tokyo Mavericks going for the long bomb down the field and immediately scoring 29 there. Let me just get my names up here. So Hane Oda for the Tokyo Mavericks there, scoring that goal. So I'll welcome my co-commentator here, Avril. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, Liza. Thanks for having me back, ULTI.TV. We've had a little bit of a break, a bit of a snack after a couple of games this morning. It's about lunchtime here in WA, so just making sure we're refueled to prepare ourselves for hopefully what would be an awesome game between Kaos and the Mavericks. And just beautiful disc control, as we would expect of Japanese players and Japanese teams.
Absolutely. One of the nicest teams to watch, I think. Anytime I ask people who have obviously played for their respective countries, the team that they always say that they love to watch is the Japan team. Just their connections.
I think it's really interesting because I suppose the classic, in inverted commas, Australian style is very different to what a lot of the Japanese teams do when some of the Singaporean teams and Asian teams. So we've got Hannah, one of the rookies with the disc, who passes off to Bina, one of the more experienced players on Kaos' roster. Back to Hannah, who does a nice undercut, really attacked that disc well. Shoots it through to Jen Woods in the middle. And we've got Annie Jessop working well up the line. And an open side throw to Jill too, who lays out to guarantee that grab. Scores a nice goal for Kaos.
And you can see she's elated with that goal, just clutching onto the disc and celebrating. Kaos getting all around her, celebrating that goal. Well done, Jill.
I've been really impressed with Jill. So Jill was a rookie with Kaos last season after having played in China previously, and I believe playing more mixed than women's. But with the Kaos experience and playing some women's last year under her belt, I think she's really flourishing this year. Will play a much bigger role.
Yeah, team, you mentioned the team getting around Jill. Just from the sideline here, there's a really deliberate energy from the Kaos sideline that the whole team stormed the field here. That I don't know if you could see it on the feed, but you had every single Kaos player engaged with the play, and when that score went in, they stormed the field. So if they can keep that kind of sideline energy up all game, I think they're going to see a really strong, solid performance.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I think, being from WA, we don't often get a big sideline because most of the tournaments are over east. So I'm glad to see Kaos really making the most of it by having a decently sized roster compared to some of the other teams at this tournament.
So Nikki Ma again with the pull coming out on defense. She has been lifting that game of hers and becoming one of the more consistent pullers of Kaos, which is really good to see.
So you can see the Japanese team already looking for those inside shots, and they do successfully get it off in that handler dunk. Marks are pretty tight, trying to slow down the movement, and Kaos doing pretty well with that so far. Nikki Ma playing a great defensive role to shut down that dunk. They get a little 1-2 up the line. And then again, Stall has to pretty well just slow the Mavericks down. We've got the around break now. Coming back to the close sideline. 94 looking up it. Oh, and that is just another beautiful inside break.
Beautiful inside break there from number 94 for the assist there, Rico.
That's 2-1.
2-1 to the Mavericks.
So obviously faked that around break and then went for that inside, opened up that channel really nicely, and obviously the downfield players really keeping their defenders engaged to make sure there were no coaches in the lane, making sure that channel was nice and open. There's plenty of leeway there.
And that was number 27, Madoka, scoring the goal. Looks like Madoka is a fan of Vegemite. Oh, I'm not. I can't even stand the smell. Oh no, I can't do it. Must not be a true Australian.
Not
hey,
a true blue Australian.
not a true blue.
So what's your spread of choice then?
Peanut butter, but it's got to be the smooth peanut butter.
Oh, you don't like
No, you get the crunchiness from the toast. You don't need if you're putting on toast, I guess. So
although saying that, I actually don't eat toast very often.
We're going to see an offensive look here from Kaos and some quite experienced players coming out on the line. You've got Sarah Brereton, or B as she's more commonly known, on the disc. Bina throwing it up to, I believe that's Jill there.
Yep, on that far sideline. Jill's having a game and a half. She had some amazing blocks on the previous live stream game, so she'll be hoping for... Just made it before she ran out of space in that back end zone.
Well done, Gabby. I reckon that was definitely Jen Wood's intended disc, but really good awareness from Gabby there to see that it just went past Jen's reach to still chase it and manage to get a hand on it.
Picking it off the bootlaces as well. And Jill too, already in the early points of this game, really having a blinder, so looking to see a bit more from Jill.
Oh, and it's even better up close. On that replay up close, it's even better. Yeah, so you'll see Sarah Brereton there, like I was talking about earlier, number 17. She has been playing with Kaos and coaching Kaos for quite a while, but this year she's taking a step back and focusing more on playing for Div 1. But unfortunately, Kaos's coach is unwell and couldn't travel. So Sarah, or B, picking up a bit of that leadership and coach role for this tournament.
Absolutely, and I'm sure we'll see Lee Baker back up and running hopefully pretty soon. Well wishes to Lee, who I know is watching the stream today.
So by the looks of things on this line, from left to right of your screen, we have... It's just disappeared, but that's all right. Mayzin's pulling, so I'll talk about Mayzin.
That's a nice floaty pull, Mayzin.
Very nice.
Well done.
Very nice
Floaty.
floaty.
Working on that through both the buildings and the mixed season too, actually. So good to see the fruits of their labour. We've got Tash on the mark. Oh, and the Mavericks, that's a nice open throw and a massive...
Oh, just
pipping. That was a Mr. Kaena special.
Just pipping Ali Lim there in the sky.
And the classic Mavericks celebrations, they just get around it. Yes, Mish and Kate are putting on their Mavericks jerseys.
Oh, amazing.
Gotta love it.
So good. Gotta love it. And that's what I love about Ultimate. I think just the celebrations and the all-round fun that you can have while playing with some of your closest friends. Definitely one of my favourite things about Ultimate. What's one of your favourite things?
Oh, that's a great question. I have to say, when I see my teammate or someone else go and achieve what they set out to do, I think it's just so rewarding. And at all levels of play,
Yes.
And yeah, knowing that, I guess, in some instances you had a small role to play in that to contribute to that person's career, I think that's really cool.
So Kaos getting another chance to come out here on offense with the Tokyo Mavericks 3-2 against Kaos.
So the upper break at the... Oh no, it's on serve at the moment.
Yeah, so Rico with the pull.
It's a beautiful... Oh, look at that height and float. That is beautiful. Just ripped it from that back right corner. Audrey Chen fielding the pull. Throws it downfield to Beanie on the open side. Looking for a dunk. Mavericks are shutting them down pretty well. Dunks to B, always reliable. Wants the upline but not cutting. Across the Jill, lateral dunk, who now goes upline. And no one deep, unfortunately, Beanie coming under, but not quite the right timing. Mavericks had it covered. And then breaks across from B to Audrey Chen. Audrey looking downfield. Dumps to B. Mavericks doing very well to keep Kaos back. Oh, and there we have a nice... Oh, they had a nice gainer to Annie Jessup, but unfortunately couldn't reel that one in. Saw her do a couple of very good high grabs in the previous stream, but this one not to be. So Mavericks just taking their time to reset. Looks like a vert stack of some sort. Got two back. So Jill on the mark. A nice undercut by Billet Goru. We're 82 across the far line. And a big backhand cut. Although it's a quick one. Is Bina going to get that? No. 94th for Mavericks to 19. Just on the doorstep now at the end zone. At low release, takes it a couple of times, but not happening. Looking for an alternative and then goes, oh, the backhand around break, unfortunately, isn't quite reeled in by the receiver.
Just couldn't get the fingers around that one, unfortunately, the Mavericks player. I even got faked by that one there. That was a very good fake by the Mavericks player there.
It's bobbled up hands by the
So, B picking up the disc to get an offensive play underway again.
Back to Audrey Chen. They're still in the end zone. A bit of a danger situation. And B! Oh, just uses those long limbs to reach out and save that disc. Got Gabby O'Connor across to B on the far sideline. Unfortunately not making any advances. Open the inside channel, but didn't quite pull it off. Jill, we've got Jill on that lateral part. Hannah coming in, she's looked off. Yes, really relying on a lot of their handlers at the moment to maintain possession. And lateral jump again to Audrey Chen, who shoots it upfield Bina, and who throws it upfield to B, but she didn't know it was coming, so...
Looks like there was a call on that one, however.
Okay, foul call. Looks like it might be uncontested. So that's Rico 94 who's marking Bina.
So for our non-Frisbee players, a foul is just any kind of, I guess, foul on the disc, so that has impeded the thrower in some way.
Struggling to find a good player. Annie Jessup coming into that field space. And Gabby, and that's a run through D by Mavericks. Just using those fakes to move the mark. Number 19, back across to 22, and to Rico 94. Smooth as.
Lovely goal there. Really well worked by the Tokyo Mavericks there. I really enjoyed their defensive pressure. Not letting Kaos at all at one point seem like they had a moment to breathe. It was always the Tokyo Mavericks just breathing down Kaos's necks, really putting pressure on their throws. And Tokyo Mavericks taking a break and getting the 4-2 lead on Kaos here.
Looks like there might have been a timeout. Is that right, Andy? Oh, no, just a bit of a long chain mover.
There's one thing I do enjoy about the Tokyo Mavericks, I guess, team uniform. They've got their numbers on the front as well. So we can actually see the numbers and not have to rely on waiting for them to turn around. Yes.
Now we just put front numbers.
Exactly. So Tokyo Mavericks on defense, pulling left to right on your screen to Kaos. Lovely pull there, getting just over halfway, even closer to the brick mark probably. And we've got Bina picking up the disc.
Venus starting in the backfield this time. Previous point she started on the disc.
Nikki Ma on the disc there, throwing to Gabby Connor in the middle. Immediately finding Bina, getting the disc back. Passing it off to Jill, number 9. Again, one of their more consistent handlers, I believe. And B just putting it up. Gabby O'Connor underneath and snaffle. Well done, Gabby O'Connor. She did have Bina there behind her, but on Bina's tail were 2 Tokyo Maverick players, so really well done there by Gabby O'Connor to bring it down and score the goal for Kaos.
Absolutely. I think the difference in this offensive point was that Kaos really, didn't hold on to the disc too long. So if there was an open pass, install 1, 2, 3, they would throw it. It didn't matter if it's a lateral one, but what that did was it really opened up some of those spaces because they were moving those defenders out of position and then moving back. So you could see that disc swinging, but swinging much earlier in the stall count really opened up the field for Kaos.
Yeah, it didn't give the Tokyo Mavericks as much time to really set their defense up and put that pressure that they have in previous points. So well done, Kaos. Keep that up.
Yep, so we've still got Mavericks off a break now. So Kaos will be pulling at 3-4. Let's have a look at this line. So we've got Mazin, Mandy, I think. Mm-hmm. Yep, Mandy, Crystal, Daff, Nikki, Ali, and KP.
So quite a mix of, rookies and experience on this line. So if you've heard us before talk about Kaos, they've actually brought a couple of regional players, Crystal being one of those regional players, stalwart for the Bunbury Ultimate scene. So it's really nice to see Crystal get the experience to come up and play for Kaos in this Tomodachi Invite.
Right, so we've got Mavericks on offense now. 35 dumps across. Can't quite see the number. That was a nice bait for the Hutt that didn't come off. Across to 39, the handler. And then, lovely inside throw. Daff had a sniff at that on defense, but secured by 94, Rico. And then back to 94, Rico. And then we've got out front a lovely floaty disc. And a fantastic bit of offense to try to score. I think that might be Rio, one of the Mavericks captains. Quite managed to get her fingers to the rim, but it was a close, big, gallant effort.
Threw everything but the kitchen sink at it, though. Unfortunately, could not get the fingertips around it.
So we've got Ali Ling, who's bringing it up on the end zone line. Rio marking her. We've got Nikki, lovely undercut, really attacking it as well. Dumps across to Ali Lim again. And Ali goes for the big huck. Didn't think that one was coming, but intercepted by the Mavericks. And amazing gets to run through D. That's amazing. Just hit behind the player and then run through it. Now she's just got to get the jump off. Ali Lim's got the dish. She's pointing, gesturing where she wants players to go. Dumping back to Mandy. And Mandy's looking downfield. That low release flick, usually so reliable to let her down this time.
That was such a good run through D there by Mazin. Wrong?
It's almost like she ran behind her opponent to hide and then ran around it. It was great. Love it, Mazin.
Yeah, she just went, boo, I'm here.
Alright, so we've got Mavericks picking up. Can't quite see the shirt number, but we'll get the names on screen hopefully. And then a nice downfield to 94 Rico, who's really getting every second of her disc. Up the line to 19. Still on the line, inside, 94 to Rico. And across to the far side, number 13's got the disc. Mavericks number 4, that will be Rio, the captain again. She's looking, not much coming, so we go back to Rico, 39, who's Sakura.
Just towing it in.
Lovely toe. So that was the assist from Sakura to Captain Rio.
I really did enjoy that defense look though there from Ali Lim and Mandy there. You can see that those two handlers really wanted to work that into the end zone just by themselves. And see right there, Ali knew that her player was going to be trying to get that straight down there, 45-degree angle down into that end zone, but Mandy just sagging off the mark. But unfortunately, then the switch just didn't happen again. And is it the captain? captain there managing to really just toe it in.
Yeah, Captain Rio, or nickname Ritan. I'm not 100% sure of the pronunciation.
Yes, yeah. So, fun fact about Ritan or Rio. So, Captain loves a good dance battle.
Ah, is that right?
Yeah, they're reading a couple of these
Player forms?
Yeah, player forms here. A lot of dancers on this Japan team.
There was a professional dancer as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, professional or contemporary dancer. So, looking forward to some dance moves maybe at the pizza party after this game.
All right, so we've got Kaos on offense again. We've got Bina to B to Jen on the far sideline now. We've got Annie Jessup going deep, but this isn't coming. Centre's back to B, and a lovely inside throw to Jill, although really hot Mavericks defense on her tail. Bina's now on the close sideline, looking upfield. Not coming, back to Jill. Back to Bina. They're doing well to move it pretty quickly, at least earlier in the Storm Pack now than a couple of points at the beginning of the game. Alright, so these get stuck to get downfield, and Annie Jessup comes in for the fill. And still working it through the handlers mostly. See if we can generate something. That's a shame. That up the line dump cut didn't quite work out. Right, so Kaos needing to work hard to try and get the disc back on this point now.
Annie Jessup coming up on the mark here. Getting nice and low, really stopping those unders. Oh, lucky there was that backup there for that Tokyo Mavericks catch. Oh, a bit unbalanced there, managed to save it. Gabby O'Connor though, not gonna move and stop that stall count. She's there, ready, hungry for it.
She's done very well to push push Tori back. Oh, there's a kick ball. See if this is coming back, where it's coming back from.
So for our non-Frisbee viewers, a pick is an obstruction for any other sport. So basically if an offensive or defensive player feels they have been obstructed in any way, it means play stops and they can either catch up, their defensive player can either catch up to their offensive player, or the offensive player takes a couple steps back and play resumes once all players are on the field are happy for play to resume.
So we've got Ponzu number 7 who's holding the disc. She leads that play. Leader on the mark. She knocks back. Oh, Jill was sniffing that block, but not to be. Number 23, Tori, I believe. Now got the disc. Oh, and the outline cut, and Hannah peels off. Oh, unfortunately not quite quick enough. Got the block and across to the break side. A lovely disc to number 83. Sorry, I don't have the name, but that's a lovely throw at the top.
It was the right idea there by Hannatan to peel off and try and put pressure on that catch, but unfortunately it then did leave a Tokyo Mavericks player quite wide open on the other side of the field.
Yeah, you saw Jill as well. There was a lateral dunk which Jill was pretty close to, and you could see that intensity in those defensive efforts. So yes, Kaos certainly keeping the pressure on. Unfortunately haven't been rewarded with the outright turns yet, but more to come, hopefully. So that's to 11 to Nuko with the assist. So Tanuko at this tournament wants to forget about work, relieve stress and have the best time. Well, I think Tomodachi Invite is the perfect solution.
Absolutely, all about just making connections and friendships from all around the globe. So when I found out about this tournament, I was very excited about it. A bit jealous that I couldn't play, but so exciting that we're just creating those new tournaments for players to come and showcase women's ultimate.
That's right, and I think, with tournaments and national and things, it's often about, the results and outcomes focused situations, but it just goes to show that when the focus is about, enjoyment and development, can bring about really good results as well. So we've got Kaos back on offense. B goes for a big puck. Second throw. Bean is in the vicinity, but the Mavericks player number 19 has that well covered. That's Dole, number 19 for Mavericks.
It was a nice look there from Brereton, B. Unfortunately, though, just out the reach of Bina and the Tokyo Mavericks. Defense just too good.
Yeah, I think Dole had peeled off her player to cover that back, so baited it a little bit. Made it look on when it maybe wasn't. Oh, that's fantastic pressure on
right on the
by
doorstep.
Jill and Tasha.
Yeah, well done. Well done, Kaos.
Very nice. I just wanted to highlight the defensive pressure. I believe it was Jill who was marking the handler, who had the disc, and then Tash May, who is one of Kaos's top handler one-on-one defensive players. She marked that dump out, and that really created that turn, so that audition could quickly flip it to the infield.
Well done. And Bina is one of Kaos's international reps. She's made I believe it's the
Masters Mixed Beach team.
I think so,
for the upcoming AOBUC. Can't quite remember what animal is associated. Mud crabs? Is that right?
I believe so. Let me just get my research up here.
Sabrina, we have to find her under. She's not Bina.
I know, that's what's difficult.
Oh, maybe it's hammerheads.
There we go.
Yeah.
There she is, Sabrina Morrow. She's made the Masters Mixed Beach team, so the Hammerheads. So shout out to those. They're going to be playing in Japan. So from the 12th to the 16th of June.
I'm sure Bina will be rocking the sunnies and the visor there as well. So we'll be looking out for her and cheering hard for her. Alright, so again we've got Nikki Ma with the pull, pulling from right to left of the screen. We've got a defensive line of KP, Crystal, Caitlin O'Day, Tashmain, Mandy, Nikki, and Becca.
Nice
We've got
pull
both
there.
our Bunbury and Bustleton players, our regional WA players on this line. Let's see what they can do. Alright, nice wide low mark by Crystal. Smart given the Japanese players often going for that inside break throw. Gets forced to the sideline, Mavericks, number 7. Dumps it back centres. Comes across to the near sideline, number 4 to Rio. Oh, and she goes for a big puck. Nikki Ma's peeled off her player. She might have the read on it. Yes.
Well done, Nikki Ma.
So Nikki Ma recognising that space was open and Mavericks were going to utilise it. Just peeling off her player, beating her and beating the intended receiver to the disc. Well read. Also, did have the advantage of a little bit of extra height.
Fun fact about Nikki Ma, her favourite movie is Shrek.
That's a classic.
It is a very good classic. Very good classic. Well done. I do like a good Shrek movie. In fact, they've moved it into a musical.
Really?
So there's a Shrek the musical. So as a drama teacher, being able to use, I guess, Shrek, one of the most best movies, I guess, especially to Nikki. It's a good chance to use that in a musical form.
Alright, so we've got Becca from Buffalo, who centres it to Mandy. Becca wants it back, but opts to go for back in her day. KP's going for it. Crystal also in that space. See if they clean it up a little bit. There's a lot of congestion in that kind of handler backspace at the moment. Tokyo Mavericks getting it off quickly. We've got Captain Rio on the end zone line. She jumps across, goes to the up line. This doesn't come off 39 and the inside. You know it's happening, so we can't stop it. Well done, Mavericks.
Becca was close there. She did well to stay close to the Mavericks player there. Unfortunately, though, Mavericks just managing to grab their hands around the disc. So that is 7-4 to the Tokyo Mavericks.
So I'm not sure if they're going to do
Take
a half-time
half.
now at 7. I'm not sure if the teams have kind of rejigged the half-time rules for this tournament. We'll see what's up. Andy, have you got any updates for us on the ground? Andy might have popped out. We'll hear from him later, I'm sure.
All good. We'll see in a little bit if the teams have decided to take half or not. But the best part about this game is it's our showcase game, so it means that all the other teams, apart from the Mavericks and Kaos, are able to stick around and watch the Tokyo Mavericks take on Kaos.
Yeah, and after this showcase game, as you mentioned, Eliza, there's a big pizza party. So
Again, another thing we're missing out here in Perth for.
We'll just have to get our own.
We'll have to order some Domino's or something like that. What's your favourite pizza?
Oh, I'm pretty boring, to be honest. Just some good supreme.
Nice. Oh, that's still got more on the pizza than I would.
What's yours?
I just love a good old classic cheese pizza. Yeah. Nothing else on the top.
I've never heard anyone.
So, Audrey Chen on the disc, passing to Bina, but unfortunately just fumbling it there and giving Mavericks the chance to have an offensive look. Oh, just gone over the head of the Mavericks player there, but managing to still read the disc and take it from out of the air. Mavericks on the doorstep here, leaving a player very wide and open on the other side of the field here. And they've just noticed it, but a very easy goal there for number 94 for the Tokyo Mavericks.
Rico and Rio have had a fantastic connection throughout this game.
They really have. Rico has said here that she's really interested in playing abroad. She wants to know, or she'd like to know more about teams through different tournaments in the future. So I'm hoping that Rico wants to come over. She's more than welcome. I was reading also from one of the Kaos players, KP. She said in the form that she'd love to try and get a Mavericks player over to Kaos in Perth, in WA. So we will happily take any Mavericks player that wants to come over to WA and live in WA. Can tell you the weather is better in WA. Don't have 4 seasons in a day. Just seeing Tokyo Mavericks here have a bit of a dance around, keeping warm.
Renowned for the dance parties.
Yes. So I believe this is their halftime call here. So taking a break. We'll take a break and we'll just wait until the second half.
Yeah, we'll get back to you when the second half starts.
Alrighty, and welcome back to the second half here of the game between Tokyo Mavericks and Kaos. Av, I'm going to throw to you.
Absolutely. So 36 minutes in of the 60-minute game, so halftime was pretty much going on half. Mavericks, big pull to Audrey Chen. Audrey Chen throws it to B just around the brick mark. Landing back to Audrey Chen. They might be putting on a bit of a zone look now, so mixing it up. Practicing something else different and giving Kaos something else to try and work through. And across to Jill, although, there's a Mavericks player coming. Oh, Jill, that was a great attempt to lay up catch, but that pressure from the Mavericks was just a little bit too much, really forced her to go a bit earlier than she wanted. So we've got, I think that's Ria on the far sideline, looking for number 26, and flips it to the end zone to number 29 for the score. 29 is Hane.
Again, another dancer here, Hane. She loved the dance Revo was doing for warm-up, so I'm assuming that's the Revolution team, the Colombian national team, so I loved watching them do a dance to warm up, so yeah,
I'm sure they've taken a lot of inspiration from Revo and
yes,
incorporated some of the Mavericks dance revolutions. Yes, I mean, Mavericks were already quite successful in their previous defensive looks, and I guess just trying to explore something else. Kaos struggling a little bit on offense to work through those. They're becoming quite stagnant and really relying on a lot of the handlers to try and move the disc and keep possession. So we'll see what Kaos bring out. I'm sure the experienced heads, B, KP, Bina, they'll have some words of inspiration for their teammates.
Just a reminder, we are live here on ULTI.TV's YouTube, so if you want to get in on those comment sections and ask us any questions or just make some comments, I have been saying if you're a fan of one of the players on the field and you want to give us some embarrassing information or fun facts about players, let us know and we'll shout out to those players while they're on the field.
Yeah, so short gainer from B to Annie. You can see he's going deep. Unfortunately, Jill gets a bit of a clipping on their head. There's a high disc that I think it was Doru and Jill went up to contest. There's a bit of discussion at the moment, so it might be a call. It just sits on top of their head. Doru might have kind of reached over Jill a little, and Jill's questioning whether there was a bit of infringement. Geez, look at the hops.
Bit of a hit from behind there in the back, but it's another one of my favourite things about Frisbee is that it's actually you don't have a referee like you have in most sports. The players are actually the referees, so it puts a lot of onus on the players to know the rules and know what calls to make. So you'll see, especially here at this tournament, there's no referees to help out, so it looks like it's a contested call, which means it's going to go back to Annie Jessup. And the players, as you can see, are moving back to where they were, roughly where they were before Annie let that throw go. So waiting for play to come in now. Looks like the stall count's going to come in on 0, and we're underway.
So Annie looking for Bina, just a small duck back. 1-2 with Annie Jessup. Jill's open for that. Oh, she throws over her and goes to B. A high disc. B does well to protect the drop zone. And then cross field, across. Well done to Gabby. I think the intended receiver was Bina, but Gabby was also in that space.
Gabby read that very well.
Yeah, fortunately beat the 3 Mavericks players who were in the vicinity.
One of my favourite things about B here, or Brereton here, is you can see she steps towards the disc to try and I guess box out her player before moving into that space and taking the disc out of the air. So it's one of my favourite things to see B do. And if it's anything I can do to be more like B, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
That's right, B, who will be playing with the Mundies at the upcoming Worlds, which will be in Gold Coast in August, I believe. So, look, Kaos really, I guess, throwing over that point So Annie saw that floaty one to B and then B a kind of floaty one to the end zone. You know, you got to use what you got, and Kaos have probably got the height matchup on Mavericks. And some of those floating throws, you probably back in Kaos a little more than the Mavericks, although Gold did attempt on that jump and chill. But yeah, you got to work with what you got.
Yeah, I agree there. It is a bit more of a risky, I guess, tactic there, but you're right, Kaos do have the height. So you'd hope that they'd be able to just take it out of the air.
Yeah, hopefully they can utilise that to their strengths, given that, you know, some of those shorter connections aren't quite coming off at the moment. You might have to rely on some alternative avenues to score. So we've got Mazin pulling from left to right to screen. It's a nice floaty one, mate, giving her team plenty of time to get down, and that's landing pretty much on the close sideline. We've got Tashmain, who's on the mark. He's marking 39 Sakura. Oh, Sakura centres it, but it hits the ground. Ali been tracking that, making sure of it. And Kaos quickly setting up. Oh, and Mazin Yong going for the backhand huck. We've got Tashmain in the air. And flips it.
Becky
Well
done.
That is fantastic play. I just love how Kaos got the turn and just went for it. They just quickly picked up the disc. I love Mazin with that confidence to just put the backhand pump up and trust on the Sakura. That was a beautiful pull down by Tash. Talking about height, she's going to be one of the short players on the Kaos roster, but absolutely had the hops, preserved that fall of the disc, and just an easy flip to Becca.
And it did actually start all the way back from Tash with the pressure on the disc and on the throw. And then Ali Lim, just like you said, really just following that disc and watching, because there was a Mavericks player coming back to try and salvage it. But
Tash, I love you.
well done, Tash.
Tash is my training buddy, actually. We live in the same suburb.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, last season we spent a lot of time together.
So, Kaos coming out here on defense from left to right of your screen. We have got KP, Caitlin O'Day, I believe that's Crystal Peel, Tash, Daphne, Nikki with the pull, and I believe the last person I missed was Mandy. That's correct.
So we've got Rio picking up to 72 across to the far sideline. I think it's 26, I think. Back to Rio, number 4, all the way to the close sideline. But couldn't open up a lot of space. Oh, there she goes on the inside to number 29, Hane. Back to Rio, number 4, who's in the centre of the field. A lovely inside backhand again and again to Luna, number 72. Is there another one coming? And just an open side throw here to 26. On the far sideline now, up to 72. Luna again. She's just on the doorstep of the end zone now. Very disciplined stack by the Mavericks. Coming wide, nice and patient to Rio. Oh, and there's a pick called.
Another obstruction call for non-Frisbeers listening in. So it seems as if Kaos defense was obstructed by a Mavericks player.
Of course, it's an inside break.
Inside break, you called it earlier there. That is one all Tokyo Maverick players have here. It's just that beautiful ability to break whatever mark is in front of them. And as you can see, the Kaos players on the sideline even just appreciating how good of a throw that was.
Yes, the skill of the Mavericks is really probably a mismatch.
Again, another dance party there by the Mavericks, so they're just having lots of fun, which is really good to see.
I think she's pretty closely watching all of our points.
Oh, Border Collie alert. I haven't seen a doggy in a little while on the screen, so
And not as
drying
many
up a little bit.
dogs. Must be the 4 seasons in a day again, because we did have some rain. And there they go. Here comes the dog shots. We love that.
Is that in the small dog category? Probably. Not sure if Andy's managed to expand. Oh,
And another
small
one.
dog.
There we go.
Yes.
Cool. So we've got Tokyo Mavericks pulling the disc from right to left on your screen now.
Yeah, that's Rico94, who's been really prominent in this game. She and Rio have probably got their handprints all over the disc, as with Bina and B. Classic combo. Goes back to Bina. And back to B. Looking not liking what's on offer at the moment. Waiting for Audrey to set. She's got that blind mark, so very nice. Back to Bina again. Kaos relying a lot more on the handlers to move the disc downfield. Not quite connecting with the receivers and cutters. Bina moves up. Audrey moves up. Oh, and that's a lovely intercept. Not quite catch a number there. But Mavericks now on the offense, looking for another.
Celebrated with the handlock! Yes,
Yes, very nice. We've got Bina who's going to bring it up. This is coming in. Just centering it to B. Upfield again. The connections between the handlers and the downfield aren't quite happening. So, thought B was going to hit Jen there. Comes again, but B's started looking elsewhere. Back to Bina, again back to B. And across to Audrey to the far sideline. Hannah offers an option, but she tells her to clear. Good communication there. And and nice inside of her own for Audrey to B. Upfield to Annie Jessop.
And Jen was with the score. Yes, well done, Kaos. That was one of the cleanest points I think I've ever seen them play this tournament so far. So well done, Kaos. That was really calm, really collected offense there, and it just absolutely started there from that massive hand block there from Sarah B. Look at it. Let's look at it again in all its glory. Bang! See ya later. Not today. Not today, Tokyo Mavericks. B says.
That big swipe down. Very nice.
She'll love all this hype she's getting, actually. I'm sure she'll talk all about it on Tuesday at our training, our Div 2 training.
And that was a really lovely insight by Audrey Chen on Kaos this time rather than the Tokyo Mavericks. Maybe that's the trick. You've got to beat fire with fire and get some insides of your own. But no, very nice. And you can see, Kaos under a little bit more scoreboard pressure, really relying on their experienced players, B, Bina, Audrey Chen, all being really integral parts, and then Annie Jessup here popping up. But yeah, I think the connection between the handlers and the downfield just lacking a little bit at the moment, and that's resulting in what looks like quite stagnant play. So hopefully, through the next few months before Nationals, Kaos can work on that. And that's a beautiful floated pull by Nikki Ma. Just drops out the sideline.
And team, just from the sidelines here, I mean, you make a good point about those lines maybe getting a little tighter due to the scoreboard pressure, but the Kaos sideline is super engaged, walking up and down every single point. I mentioned it at the start of the game, but what's really impressive is they haven't let that wane at all. So every player, regardless of which side of the paint they're on, is engaged and doing everything to help their teammates.
Amazing. That's what's great about being a team sport. You don't have to be on the field to make an impact. All right, so Mavericks working up the far sideline now. There's no mark. She's got plenty of time, but puts it quickly anyway. Then Kaos doing well to push Mavericks back. Mandy on the mark against 39 Sakura. Up to the far side, 79. Again, the Kaos players doing well to push the handlers back and back. Not really advancing too far forward. The no longer seems to be working pretty well. So see if they can, again, another backwards pass. Nikki Ma now on the mark, marking number 9. And then finally they get a little bit of a gainer to make up for those. And then they go for the big hike. Which, misread by number 19. And Mazin snaffles that one. And Ali Lin with the disc now, although there's a bit of traffic, but Kaos make it work. And we've got Mazin again, who's doing very well at this point. Ooh, and I think this Caitlin O'Day just picks that one off her toes. Looking for Ali. So Mavericks now doing very well to push Kaos back, although a lovely inside flick break by Ali to get it across to Caitlin O'Day, and then now across to Mandy. And then to Nikki, back to May, Nikki again.
Really nice handler movement here from Kaos.
And Becca to Mazin, moving it up a little now. Oh, Mazin goes for the
comes out.
Oh, and the layout attempt by Mandy just kind of died at that last minute and made it fell a bit short for Randy to grab onto. But May does love those hammers, so you've got to have your eyes out when she's on.
She'll just throw them no matter what.
So we've got number 23 Troy picking up the disc now for Mavericks on their end zone line. So you've got to work up the full field pretty much. She gets a nice throw across and then up to the far sideline to number 2 Fuka. And they've come back across now. And still on this close sideline, still looking, slowly advancing up, but Kaos keeping the pressure pretty high. Just centering the disc again. Oh, and a big shot goes. A big shot goes. Is she going to get there? Yes! And she lays out to secure the grab. That was a pancake catch to a layout. So that was very well done to keep the disc in hand. That could be quite awkward.
Well done, Tokyo Mavericks. So lengthening their lead again, 11-7 to the Tokyo Mavericks. I noticed something a little bit different. I don't know if you noticed it too there, about the Kaos defense. They started sagging off a little bit and really focusing on stopping those downfield plays. But unfortunately, the Tokyo Mavericks just very quick and very easy throws coming off to get the goal here. I don't know if Kaos are going to keep doing that sagging defense, but it worked to start with. Kaos definitely put it to the Mavericks there. Just unfortunately couldn't break and couldn't get that point. But nonetheless, Kaos still putting it up to the Tokyo Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, that last point, previous points, Mavericks have been just dicing through with those inside throws. And they didn't use that tactic to get this point. So Kaos forcing them to do something different to score. So I think that's a win still. Ooh, and we've got another, I guess, smaller, medium-sized doggo there.
Very fluffy dog. I believe that's the Manly and Chile teams. They're loving the dog action they're getting there on the sideline.
And we've got Rico 94 with the pull again for Mavericks. It's a nice one, almost to the other end zone line. Venus throws it to Audrey Chen and pretty much with Brett Luck, who goes back to Bina, who goes up to Jill. Working well. Mavericks are putting on a bit of a saggy, zony look. Or it looks like a zone, maybe a 3.
Kind of an unconventional cup here. Kind of pressure on the handlers, but the defense down the field is sagging off like Kaos were doing that last point.
Big
great vision there.
Is she going to go for Jen? No, I think Mavericks have that one covered. Through the middle to Jill. Nice, working well, being quite patient. Just going for those percentage throws. Got B through again, pushing through, and we've got Hannah. 1-2 with B. Bina. Yes! Oh, very nice to Bina. She's looking for that continuation, but another big crossfield to B. And Jill's available in that underspace. See Jen clearing out, making space for someone else to go into. We've got Bina coming back in the handler space now, who dumps across to Audrey Chen. Audrey Chen right from the middle to Jill, but looks like there's a pink field.
So looking like there's going to be a bit of a conversation here as to whether the Tokyo Mavericks player catches up to Jill or if Jill will come back and the disc will return to the previous thrower.
Not sure whether perhaps some translation assistance might be.
Yep, so
that looks like they've resolved things.
Yep, so looking like the disc's going to go back to Audrey Chen and the Tokyo Mavericks defense player will match up and catch up, I should say, to Jill.
Just coming in. So Audrey across to Bina. Audrey goes for that line, but just not coming. Back to B. Back to Bina. Will it be back to B? Yes, it will. And back to Bina. Just the two of them.
Oh, she wanted it.
Bina fakes a big one, but doesn't come out. And Jen, lovely.
Oh, just managing there. The Tokyo Mavericks player to get a hand on it. And it goes immediately up in the air.
Oh, that is
Well done there.
So Rio and Rico.
Oh! She
professional timeout. Let's just digest that last passage
That
of
was
play. So we
massive.
had Bean on the close sideline, thrown an open pass to Jen, tapped from downfield. But Rico just managed to accelerate in that last second and got the block. Then we had I think it was Rico, who did a lovely, beautiful huck to Rio, who'd gone pretty much to the end zone. And then the little dump, B managed to get a hand and deflect it off.
She's done it once, she will do it again. She will continue to hunt for those Ds here. We've got the replay coming up here, so we'll let the Frisbee do the talking.
Yeah, so that was Rio's pressure on Jen here. Very narrow window, as you can see. But just enough acceleration to deflect it a little. Then we've got this beautiful hunt, just perfectly weighted, very polite, acres of space. Oh, that is gorgeous. It's the inside out flick. I wish I had one of those.
Don't we all? Well,
I just wish I had any kind of flick, but anyway.
well defended there again by Kaos to not only by Bina and B there, noticing that there was no real need there to put pressure on that throw and to just obviously take away that first option. And again, you just saw it again, B just getting that hand to it and calling the timeout.
And just added props to Jill there for catching the deflection and making sure it was indeed a turn.
Yes. So for our non-Frisbeers, at the end of a timeout, basically what happens is the offense has a chance to set up in whatever play or strategy that they would like to do, and then they give the defensive line a time to set up in whatever defense they want to play before calling the disc in and getting play underway.
So again, a zone look from the Mavericks, forcing Kaos to work through. They're electing to try and go around the cup, so side to side and through, but Mavericks, there, they pop one through to Jill, back to Bina, fakes a big one to make that cup move, back to Jill now. Really slowing Kaos down. Oh, that's a nice through to Bina to Jen on the sideline, on that far sideline. Coming back to Bina now. Bina's really just slicing through the cup. I'm really enjoying watching this. And a nice crossfield to Gabby O'Connor. Brings it back to Audrey from the centre. Let's see if Kaos can set up some kind of red zone play here. We've got B holding the disc, dumps to Audrey. Again, looking, she's not quite happy, but we've got Bina who slices through. And to Gabby O'Connor. Back to Bina. Surely it's going to be a score. All right, we've got B again staying patient. Kaos doing very well in that respect. Bina getting free for B. Getting that handler to cut a connection. Oh, what a layout attempt by Jill, but unsuccessful. Again, that handler to...
Oh, and she's calling injury here.
I hope she hasn't hurt herself too much. So again, that handler cutter connection just not quite there yet for Kaos. That was a very good bid. That full stretch. Just working out the substitutions here for injury. So we've got Annie Jessup coming on to replace Jill.
Jill touching her hamstring there, so hopefully nothing too major, but maybe we can get our people on the ground there to just double check she's all right.
So I mean, I think a good substitution for Kaos in Annie, who's one of their more experienced players on the roster. Oh, and Mavericks goes up with a massive putt. We've got Hannah, the rookie, in the end zone. Oh, she put some good pressure on. But we've got number 27, just about, 5-10 metres outside the end zone. Dumps it backwards to number 26. Comes across to Rico, number 94. She's been chanting offense. You can see them pointing for the fat side over the top. They work it around. They work it to the far side sideline and to the cone. And
just out of reach.
Yeah,
number 11.
That just trailed away and just out of reach. She had to kind of turn her head up the boot. So Tanuko was a great effort and great timing on that cut, but I think that was an intended undercut and ended up being an away throw. So, reset for Kaos again. Kaos are down 7 to Mavericks 11 at the moment on the scoreboard. We've got B bringing up the disc to the line to get things underway. Annie Jessup, again, experienced. Davina fakes are long, not coming, and then goes to rookie Hannah.
Oh,
Across to Annie, outstretched hands. She only just made that catch. Well done. And really interesting loopy over the top throw to Audrey Chen, who's on the near sideline. Pointing, she wants Hannah to go there, but dumps back to Vina. Looking for Annie, but maybe not quite the right angle. Looks for Lee with the dump. Vina and Audrey clearing some space. Quick 1-2 with V. Hannah attacking the disc. Oh, but so was the Mavericks defender 11, number 11, Taniko.
No
Looks like
call
there
there.
won't be any call there.
Yep, great play from both players.
Yeah, and there's a timeout called by Mavericks now. Yeah, so 7-11.
Fair enough as well.
Yeah, absolutely fair enough. It's been a very long point. This is taking it past time cap.
Oh yeah, of course, it's 62 minutes. I think we had, didn't Kaos call their timeout earlier this
They
point?
did, yeah,
Was
they
it this
did
point?
call.
It's the same
yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Same point.
point.
So you can really see that you've got some tired legs here. Really
We've got
wanting,
two sixes.
really wanting that, really wanting the goal. But while we've got a chance, I will. We've had a shout out on the comments here from Becca Down's mum. She is watching all the way from Denver, Colorado.
Wow.
And she's given us a tidbit of information here on Becca. She's been playing playing Ultimate since her high school days here in Colorado at Lakewood High School. So shout out to Lakewood High School in Colorado. And her mum says that it's great to see her, it's great to watch Becca play in Kaos today. So thank you to Becca's mum from the shout out. Have we got an update on the injury by Jill down on the ground, Andy, at all?
Yeah, all okay. Yeah, a couple of deep breaths, drink of water. Again, I've mentioned the quality of the Kaos sideline in terms of how engaged they are. They were right around her. So, yes, all smiles once again on this front.
Good.
Very good. And how are we doing with the dog count? We just had the 2 sticks.
I have
That was a
been-
new breed.
Waiting for you to ask. I've got it here. So we've seen a bloodhound, we've seen a corgi, we've seen 4 border collies, we've seen 1 dog from the Dulux ad. I still don't know what that's called. We've seen an
Old English sheepdog, I believe.
we've seen 5 labs or golden retrievers, because I can't tell the difference. 2 Aussie shepherds, 2 Bernese mountain dogs, and 2 poodles.
There you
What was the
go.
most recent one? No, I wasn't able to. What were those?
Oh, the
white
2
dogs
Spitzes,
up
2
in the hill?
Japanese Spitzes.
Spitzes.
Japanese
All right, there we go.
Spitz.
2 of them as well.
Yeah, dog sat one of them.
Never heard of those.
Yeah. It's
that
like a
dog breed.
small Samoyed. kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So we've got Hannah Tan on the defense there.
Yeah, Luna 72 bringing it in for Mavericks. And it's back to Rio, and the big backhand hook is coming. It's coming quick and fast. Is she gonna? Well done, Rico 94, just making it look easy. And we've got Luna 72 getting nice and and we've got another fantastic layout by Rio to save the disc. And number 11 and shoots it through. Well done, Nandi.
And there is the goal. That is one of the longest points I think we've seen this tournament. So that is just testament to both teams, both Tokyo Mavericks and Kaos there. Really grinding every single second of that point out.
Yeah. And the fact that there were 3 layouts by Mavericks on that passage of play to save the points when you've been playing for about 15 minutes straight.
Just shows the grit. Shows the grit and determination of the team. So that is going to be a game that is going to be 12-7 to the Tokyo Mavericks. And as you can see, both teams getting around each other, giving them high fives to say well done.
Absolutely. And you can definitely see, so Mavericks won the Japanese Club Nationals, I think around November time. So Nishin Kaeda was part of that roster. And have obviously been integral to bringing this tournament to life. But you can see that, they're very well polished, their structures and their strategy and their connections are on point. Whereas the Australian club season, we're very early in the piece. Nationals is the end of April. So, plenty for the Australian teams and for Kaos to work on over the next few months. But I'm sure when we get closer to April, they'll be looking a lot slicker.
Absolutely. So I think that's all from us over here in Perth because the game is over. So we will pass down to our man on the ground, Andy, here. And thank you very much for tuning in. And I will unfortunately not be on the commentary tomorrow. This was my only one day that I could, but I'm very grateful for the opportunity. So you'll have Av again tomorrow. So thank you all the way from WA.
Thank you, Eliza and Avril. Well done. Cracking call and a cracking game. In Melbourne, that is our final game of the day. The next activity on our roster is pizza party activities with Mavericks, which we probably could stream, but you might not get a lot for it. So if you want to join in, just order a pizza in. But please be sure to tune in tomorrow, where we will be back 9 a.m. Eastern with Manly versus Fuse. And again, 5 games tomorrow. Manly versus Fuse at 9 o'clock. Spicy versus Mavericks at 10:30. Zig versus Factory. A cracking showcase game at 1:30 with the Firetails versus the Mavericks. That's our showcase game. And then Kaos versus Spicy at 3 p.m. to bring it home. So on behalf of ULTI.TV, the whole team here, as well as all the tournament organisers, Mike, Rex and the team, I'd like to say thank you, and we will see you tomorrow.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.